Hey, what's up, folks? This is January 31st, 2024, and this is my last video of the month. So I made it 31 days doing a video every day. So I finally made it to the end. And some days I had more than one video, and then one day I did it at midnight or something. But anyway, I got it done. For the month of February, I will be doing more videos related to strategies and logic, conditions, higher time frame, lower time frame, that kind of thing. But this first month has been primarily looking at the structure, syntax, Easylanguage, the platform for TradeStation, all that kind of stuff. So I did a simple little script today. It was pretty much on absorption, so I'm going to see how it looks tomorrow, doing regular hours, doing after market hours here. I let it run while I went to the gym, and it has done something. So let's quickly review. If you look here at the NQ, it's futures for the NASDAQ for the Qs. I guess I started right here before I left for the gym, or when I finally made the script. And so it gives us little spikes, or it's an indicator that gives us spikes when we have levels that are high, looking at the relationship between volume, number of ticks, and the range of the bar. So I'll show you what the script is. So we had to do inch bar persist, so that makes the counter keep counting in between while the bar is being formed, because it's a 5-second bar, so it has 5 seconds worth of data. But there are multiple ticks, there are multiple transactions that go on within the bar. So how many transactions is it? Well, we do a bar status of the first data stream, and then we say that equals 1, which means that it's within a bar. It's not the beginning of the bar, not the end of the bar, but it's within the bar. And then so for each bar that we have, each tick that we have, it's going to do a +1. Okay, so it'll do a +1, and then if we get to a bar status of 2, which means that we're at the end of the bar, then we're going to actually plot. What are we going to plot? We're going to plot the number of ticks times, now don't get confused, ticks right here means volume. So the number of ticks times the volume divided by the range. And why do I do divided by the range? Because I'm really trying to give more weight to a bar that is smaller with a higher range. So that's why I divided it by the range, which just means, like I said, that there's more absorption, there's more going on within that same little area. So we see here we got a huge spike. Not a surprise that we have high volume. We'd either have high volume or a high number of ticks, right? You see volume here, you don't see ticks here, right? You see volume here, you don't see ticks. So if we have high volume and high ticks, and then again, we're going to divide that by the range, then this bar right here is doing something pretty astounding. What happened when it got all the way to the end there? Boom. This was the start of the move up. Surprising? Maybe, maybe not, right? This is 440 in the day. We got some small little peaks here. This is a little bit larger peak, but it's at the end. It's at the top of this candle, right? We got a little larger peak there. It's at the top there. We got quite a big peak there, right? And what happened? It was kind of it was a pause in this upward movement, and then it had its first kind of larger retracement. Is that a surprise to you? Is that a surprise to you when you see this? I mean, you see this volume here. Again, if you're on the 1 minute time frame or the 5 minute time frame, you would not see any of this. You would not see any of this. That's why I'm looking at the 5 second time frame specifically for what I'm looking for. All right, and then we keep going. And then again, we have a little bit larger spike there after we had this retracement, and then we started continuing back in that same direction. Now we're reaching the double top. You can call it a double top, you can call it a retest, you can call it whatever you want to, but we approached that level again, and then we had this larger peak. What did it do at the larger peak? Well, it turned around. Instead of continuing this nice solid move up, it turned around and did a retracement. Okay, Again, are you surprised? Maybe, I don't know. But this is something that I thought of and I think is significant, and I see the significance on the chart multiple times, right? And again, if you're trading scalping or smaller moves and you're just taking profit here, taking profit there, taking profit here, then this would probably work well in your favor. If you like to get in and do longer moves, then this probably would not work as well for you. Well, I mean, I don't know, but maybe not. All right, so here's a large move here, but you might have thought, based on looking at everything else, you might have thought that this would have signified, with it being this tall, you would have thought that this might have signified a reversal and then or some type of significant retracement, but it didn't. So, what can you say about that? I don't know. I can say that nothing is going to be 100% every time. That's what I can say. All right, so at the top of this move here, got that nice retracement. Now I just got to figure out how to trade with it. Like on the live chart, I got to figure out how to trade with it. Because for the most part, these bars, these spikes here happen at that last bar. Well, let's see. Let's stretch it out. Okay, so this is in two parts. Yeah, two parts. One part going up, another part going up. We got the peak, one part going down, another part going down. Okay, so even when you saw it here, it's like when you see it here and it's this high, do you take it as do you take the short, or do you wait till it gets a little bit higher and then take the short, or do you wait till it gets up this high and then starts to show you some pullback, and then you take it maybe when it gets halfway down through this move? Again, I don't know, but I'll be curious to find out. So I'll have it playing on my chart tomorrow. And you know what? I should have recorded it while I was gone, and then I'd have something to play back. So I'll be recording this information tomorrow. This one would have been an easier one though, right? Because I mean, it went up this high, and at this height was here. It was the top. Okay, so you just take that. When it gets up this high, when this bar forms, when it's done forming, and you see it's this high, then just go ahead and take an entry. Have a little bit of a stop loss or risk, whatever, and then just ride it down. I think I probably would be looking to get out here. Next potential take profit would be here. Yep, it went to that one, then went back up. And then again, you have this move here, which this isn't as high. This level isn't as high, but time it close on this bar here, I'd be looking to say, okay, well, are we taking an entry there for the short? Again, have some on your stop, but then that take profit would obviously be at that first base there or here. Retest it up here, and then again, take that entry on this tall guy. Yeah, so looks pretty good. I'm actually impressed by this. I was surprised to see this when I got back from the gym. So yeah, obviously you're coming down here, so where would you go from a low position? You go high. Okay, so buy low, sell high. This is almost perfect, man. This is almost perfect. So anyway, all right, so that's this guy. And then the only other one that I'll add to the list is when I was on yesterday with NASCAR. I was on with NASCAR. We made a script. We made it for penny stocks. We called it the NASCAR 3-bar, and it was actually pretty interesting for penny stocks. But you know, I saw plenty of cases where with the right chart, it worked perfectly. And then there were some instances, of course, where it didn't work so well. All right, so that's for the 5-minute time frame, the one that we put together. And our VSN, it was on, I know that's one of the penny stocks, 5-minute time frame. It looks like it didn't pull any of that. One of the ones that hit today was Tribe, and now I don't know where the indicator is because NASCAR 3-bar, where you at? Okay, I know it's up now because I put this on there. I was just working on some different pieces of criteria there, and this is all regular market hours, so I need to change it to 24 hour. Okay, and you see that there was a few entry signals there, and on this chart it gave me these entry signals. When I looked at TD Ameritrade, it did not give these tall wicks. So I don't know what in the world's going on and I took this trade. I didn't take it on TradeStation. I took it on TD Ameritrade, and TD Ameritrade did not have these tall wicks. So TD Ameritrade did not, and I had my take profit at right under here. I had my take profit right there. And so around 65 cents. And so it didn't take me out at 65 cents on TD Ameritrade, which it looked like it would have taken me out here on TradeStation. So I don't know. And then the rest of the day, it moved down. And when it moved down, I think I averaged down a little bit more when I saw these guys. And I went ahead and got halfway out here. And then I put a stop loss here underneath or just above my break even. So I was green on that trade, but this was the move that we were looking for. This guy right here. Okay, that was the move that we're looking for on that NASCAR 3-bar. All right, and then the other thing that I did, which I said I was going to try to figure out yesterday, I did figure it out. It was adding script to the, so it wasn't just adding script to the chart. It was trying to figure out how we can retrieve fundamental data from a particular ticker. Okay, and this is what it looks like. So we go to here, NASCAR 3-bar, show me. All right, and this is what it looks like. I don't know that you have to do TS data, market data, TS data. I'm pretty sure you don't have to do this one, the common one. I don't know if you have to. I don't think you have to do quote. I'm pretty sure you don't have to do collections, and I didn't do anything with collections. All those I was putting on while I was trying to figure out exactly how to make this work. Okay, but using TS data, I think I'd probably do, nope, don't even have to use that one. Okay, and you see everything is still popping up, but I think maybe using EL system, I do need that one. Nope, still there. Okay, so I don't need any of those. I don't need anything special, any special classes or anything to pull up that fundamental data. Now, so what you essentially are doing is you're taking a variable and you're taking fund value, and actually it literally just hit me today, or just coming back to the chart just now, why it's fund value, fund for fundamental, and we're talking about fundamental fields. So when you talk about fundamental data, you're looking at the analysis, you're looking at the components, everything of a ticker or a business that makes it that's tangible, that you can that's quantifiable, right? So fund, and then if you're pulling back some data that's an integer, that's a number, you'll do fund value. If you're pulling back data that's a string, that's like text, I think you do fund. Okay, so you got some that are true false, which would be fund boolean. You got fund date, fund period end, fund string. If you're pulling up something that's going to give you some words back, like if you ask for the president of the company or something like that, it'll give you that. Okay, and then you have fund value, which is a number. Okay, so when we're looking at this here, it's the volume as a relationship to the shares outstanding. Vol to shares outstanding. Okay, all right, so all you got to do is put your variable in and then make it equals to fund, and then this is going to be a value. It's going to be an integer, fund value, and then this is whatever. To find this, you have to go to search, like fund fields. Okay, and then once you do that, fundamental fields class. Now all these are the fields, and so that's what you put. This name is what you put in parentheses, right? So if we wanted to do cash equivalents, we do ACAE right there instead of that devols shout. We would put that ACAE right there. And then 0 is, I don't know what 0 is. Oh, the periods ago. So some of the fields are going to give you information. It'll have historical data, so you can do it from a number of periods ago. Some of them is just pretty much just going to be what's going on currently. But if you want what's going on currently, you put 0 for the periods ago. If you want what's going on like 1 day ago or 1 week ago, whatever the field is, then you put, 1, 2, 3, whatever. And then for error code, I don't know as much about error code. Outputs the status of the fundamental data quest if no error occurred, a constant value of, otherwise specific error code is set. See reserved word. Yeah, so for here you have to put, it's got to be like a variable or an array or something else for that output error code. I don't, and maybe that's what I should start doing a variable and return error to -1. But I've just been assigning it to something random in the chart. Like I assigned it to a value 2 or something like that, which is 0. Theirs is -1. So, okay. And then that's pretty much it. Now I just took that. Once I assigned that, that value to value 7, once I found out what that value was, I put it here in a text, in a floating text. And on that floating text, I stapled that floating text to 98% from right to left, and then 10% from bottom to top. And then you can move this around. So right now it's a little bit off the screen, so I need to move it a little bit more to the right. So we'll make that, instead of 98%, we'll make it like 95%. Okay, something like that. 96%. Okay. All right, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's gonna do it for the night. Like I said, tomorrow I start looking at more scripts for the actual entries. So, all right, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat or go over to the Discord and leave them there. If you have any requests as far as making particular indicators or strategies, you want me to backtest something by putting it into code, I'm more than happy to do that. So this is pretty much all I'm going over today, though. So I hope you had a great January, and we will see you in February. Okay, guys, I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace. So you can't tell me this tick activity doesn't have something to do with when the chart turns around. It absolutely does. Look at this. That. Move up. Little peak there. Move up. Ooh, getting another peak here. So is that right now? Yeah, that's right now. So, I mean, looking at this, I would expect for it to go down from here. But looks like it's trying to break this this previous resistance. So it may go up. I wish I hadn't changed it over here so we could see if it spiked with our absorption indicator. But I missed that. And this is one of the ones that I'll have continuously running on my chart. Something like this, the absorption ticks range to volume. Like I said, you know, none of it's going to work every time, but I was curious of what that other one would have looked like. And set your stops, folks. Set your stops. Save a screenshot of this. Okay. All right, guys. Well, with this, I'm out. Appreciate your time. I will chat with you later. I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.